On September 22nd, Secretary of State Natalie Tennant was kind enough to speak with me a little bit about her endeavor to get the people of West Virginia not only registered to vote, but to the polls once they are registered. Here's what she had to say after visiting Concord.
It is great to be here. I love coming on the campus of Concord University, and as a matter of fact, it's become like a yearly thing because to the day I was here last year, and the month of September is a special month, especially for elections and voter registration. You know, we register voters, county clerks and Secretary of State, we register voters all year round, but the month of September is National Voter Registration Month. And what this month does is it gives really a spotlight, a highlight on registering to vote and preparing for the next general election, where here it's about a month and a half away. And so it's important for me to come and get people enthused and tell them what we're doing about National Voter Registration Month and let them know why it's important to get registered. I mean, the most important thing is voting, but it takes a process, and you have to get registered first to then be able to vote and have your voice heard. And so that's why I think it's important to come around, whether it's colleges and universities or high schools or civic organizations or just telling regular West Virginians how important it is.
Now, what do you think the big issues of voting are, or what are you trying to accomplish by speaking not only to the students but this faculty as well here at Concord about the importance of voting?
Well, for me as the chief election official of West Virginia, it is important for me to let folks know that there are deadlines and maybe the election schedule, because you get registered to vote now. The last day to register to vote is October the 18th, and then early voting starts October the 26th, and it runs until November the 5th. And then, of course, Election Day is on November the 8th. And so that's important. It's important to get registered. Then I tell voters that it's important to arm yourself with information, research about the candidates, because this is a presidential year and we're hearing all kind of different things, especially from the presidential race. But our local races, our state races for governor and Board of Public Works and House of Delegates and state senate and county offices are so important that we should not let the presidential races overshadow what's taking place. Because I know there's a lot of angst with the presidential race, but these local races are so very important. The statewide races are very important, and folks need to think about that and remember that.
Do you think these visits around West Virginia have made a positive impact on the younger voters? Do you think they're going to get out and vote now, the ones who wouldn't before?
We have made a positive impact, and especially for young folks. As the chief election official, I oversee the process, and so I implement policy that will help that. And what we've done in the last year is have online voter registration. You can see college students, you can see everybody walking around with cell phones, and most of them are smartphones. And we have access to the world on a smartphone, so we're used to seeing that. So why not be able to register to vote? Be at your fingertips. If we're used to using technology to offer efficiency, that's what I think we should be doing for elections also, and make it easier for every eligible voter. And I've done that. And so when you ask, are people receptive to it? Well, certainly. They're using the online system, whether they're registering to be a new voter or changing their address or their name or their party affiliation. People really like that online service, and it is translating. We had 40% voter turnout in the primary election, which was more than the previous presidential primary election. So I'm looking forward to a good turnout in the general election. I'm hopeful that people don't get discouraged by the presidential race, that they focus on West Virginia's races in terms of for governor, for our statewide offices, for House of Delegates, and for state senate and the county races also.
For more information on how you can register to vote, go online to govotewv.com. That's all for WMLT this week. I'm Erica Garnes. We'll see you in 2 weeks.